What's going on, soul family? It's Mr. Wise with 3 eyes. I'm trying to reach the ones that's really on that journey to becoming their highest self. We live in a realm of duality, so if you really want to understand yourself on a deeper level, you're going to have to learn to integrate your shadow. That can only be done when you stop judging yourself and your experiences and start doing shadow work. Shadow work is the integration of your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. There ain't a set way to do shadow work, but I could provide you with some insight on ways of approaching it. It ain't work like a job, but if you're new to it, then it can be uncomfortable and trigger parts of you that have been suppressed. You gotta go within and look at all your unconscious tendencies to get to their roots and be able to assess where these false belief systems may stem from. Take the steps to create a new perception of what you've experienced in order to create a new sense of self. To shift the reality, that shift has to first take place within. The outer experience is a reflection of the inner, so we gotta confront all our fears and traumas to be able to stop self-sabotaging our own growth and progression. Because sometimes our shadow comes from our traumas, and whether we like it or not, that's a part of our soul's imprint. Things we experience in our childhood, like emotional, physical, mental, or sexual abuse, can imprint a belief system that comes from a false reality. And if it's deep, it can leave people in infancy because the walls and barriers they put up for protection can actually block their own growth and development. We manifest in the reality every moment, so when these beliefs go unaddressed, they can manifest as different patterns and cycles unbeknownst to us. To understand the depths of your light, you gotta go into your darkness. An unintegrated shadow is the main reason for negative, sometimes intrusive thoughts or unconscious tendencies that pop up in our lives. You gotta remain conscious so when these thoughts arise, you're able to shift the narrative to a perspective of truth, not from doubt or fear, which is just false evidence appearing real. You're gonna draw yourself closer to your manifestations because you'll be more aligned to receive when you believe that good things is meant for you. A shadow comes from how you was raised too. Sometimes we face different experiences that train our mind to believe we unworthy. That's the start of self-sabotage. Some people got mommy or daddy issues that eventually affect how they show up in personal relationships. This leads to codependency and other issues that plague the relationship, like lack of commitment or negative attachments like addictions. Past relational wounds can build resentment towards the other gender, affecting your ability to love at a full capacity. That will block your divine masculine or feminine energies. Repetition of these experiences will reaffirm that false belief system, leaving you in a lack mindset. Doubting everything that's for you will have you repelling things that actually are. When you allow this to develop, it could turn into personality disorders due to distorted neurological patterns. This work really takes place when you by yourself in silence. You go within and you speak life into that version of yourself that felt afflicted, Speak to yourself when you was a child, that teenage version of yourself, leading all the way up into the present moment. All them experiences that molded you but was supposed to break you, speak to yourself from a perspective of strength because you done overcame so much shit already. Trying to understand the brokenness of those that have afflicted you will shift you from a position of a victim to one of power. Doing this work heals your central nervous system, which is responsible for the regulation of your emotions. An imbalanced system will have you lacking self-control, leading to what we call a trauma response, shutting down or lashing out anytime you experience something uncomfortable or triggering. Your shadow ain't always negative aspects of yourselves because we do shut down and suppress different traits that couldn't thrive in places we was raised. You had a voice that would shake the foundation the dynamic was built on. However, anytime you would speak up, you was punished, blackballed, or separated from the unit. This teaches you at a young age that speaking up for yourself is wrong, so you go on into your life suppressing your own voice and accepting things you know you don't deserve. When you embrace your shadow, you accept all parts of yourself with love, understanding that the past was only meant to teach you lessons and show you how to show up for yourself. If you can't learn to love and accept all of yourself, then you're going to constantly make excuses for people who show you less than what you deserve. In this next season, we choosing what's in alignment and doing what's good for us. We got to do what we got to do to win this battlefield of the mind. To awaken is a process. It don't just happen. We taking it one step at a time. One love.